Welcome to my channel. It's Hazy Simmer here, and today I have another episode of the CRYBABY Whims for you. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I think we have a baby reaching a milestone. So Marigold is officially on her own as a single parent. She is thinking about her baby. All right, so I'm going to pull out the family tree, and then we're going to talk a little bit about where we are in this challenge. You guys know I'm long-winded. Thank you guys who are my regulars, and you understand that is me. Generation 1 is Mary. Oh, okay. And she's a kid already? I think they adopted her because she's pregnant. All right, I think I'm gonna have to delete that child. There's no way he would like adopt a child and no. Uh, uh, Anyways, Generation 1 is Marigold. We just gave her her parents because we started her as a teen. So Generation 1, married to Nico. She has all these children, and Meadow, her second oldest child, is with her high school sweetheart, Jace, who is married to her sister. Jace's only living child, that is his biological child, is Meadow because his stepchildren are Landon Original's children. So yeah, if you guys paid attention to that, because I know that was like, okay, thanks for that. That's long-winded. Dr. Bradford Hilton, and Helena Hilton have two daughters, and apparently a third daughter named Sandy that came from nowhere. Maybe I'll give her a makeover. Is she their biological? You know what? She is their biological child. I have no idea where she came from because she was not in the last episode. And that is literally crazy, guys. But we'll just make her look like maybe she has brown hair like her dad. Helena is also pregnant. So it's like, where did this sister come from? Like, what's the lore there? We should explore that though, because like, she is the same age as her niece and nephew from Belle. She's roughly the same age. Like, I assume their children are older. So Landon and Cammie should be older than Sandy. Oh my gosh, all these rhyming names are gonna kill me. Yeah, so maybe she's like 7 or 6 and they are 10 or 12. This is kind of crazy. And we just had our kid age up, Ivory. So honestly, I think in the next episode, we're gonna age up the twins if they don't automatically up. So she's the same age as our child, Ivory, who just aged up. And technically, our mom asked us when we had the twins, do we keep Sandy? Where did she even come from? Is that why my game lagged last time I played? Because I have a character that we didn't know about? Sorry about that rant. That was annoying. Marigold is our heir for Gen 1. Her children are her child Meadow, who is not her husband's child, and then 3 children, Ivory, and then the twins Rosie and Sunny, who are her husband's child. She is currently pregnant with another child who has the same father, Jace, as Meadow does. So her affair child, her love child. She's pregnant with her last child. We're not going to let her have any more. And the Gen 2 is supposed to not know who their dad is or not feel secure in that fact. So we're about to age up in 6 days to a young adult, to an adult from a young adult. And we have to leave our husband when he becomes an adult. Here, let's just play the game. So she just got a milestone. We'll watch that. Oh, cool. She's taking a picture of it. I love that. Maybe she's sending it to Nico. Now, Nico is our husband. He is the perfect husband. We are, quote unquote, the perfect housewife, except for she has her dirty little secret affair, which is really unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Furthermore, we have to master our aspiration. Oh, she unlocked her laugh. That's so fun. Let's love on her a bit. Super sweet. Sunny. Oh, and we need to give Ivory a makeover. Meadow is supposed to age up too. She's currently stuck at an infant. She's supposed to age up now. Oh, our daughter has low confidence. Oh, that's so sad. But yeah, so our heir doesn't have to be our affair baby. Our heir doesn't have to be Nico's baby. It doesn't matter whose the dad is. The whole goal is like, you're supposed to, in front of the child, basically, when she becomes a single mother, she's supposed to essentially have men in and out. to the point where the kids like don't feel connected to their dad. Maybe he doesn't come around that much. Um, or the other guy's just hanging around so much they're like, "Hey, is he my dad?" You know what I mean? Like, so they're not supposed to feel confident in their parentage, as well as I think that means that they're going to be aware of their mother's affair. So that's kind of where we are with all of that. Let me see if I can get Meadow aged up because that would be really fantastic. Oh, I redid her homework. What a good child. What a good child. Let me see if I can. It's not well, it's not hilarious. It's just ironic, of course. She's still exploring her romantic boundaries. She's into men and women. Non-physical romance triggers jealousy as well, and physical romance. So she is very territorial, which makes sense. She is paranoid. Okay, so our aspiration, we're nowhere near on this. We have to read for our child and socialize to our children and do all the things. Can we add the cake? Can we please just add them so I can? So Ivory likes video games. That's awesome for Ivory. Come on, put down the freaking. I also made a white cake for Ivory, as well as Marigold's favorite colors are yellow and white. But yeah, just trying to get Meadow aged up. Maybe it'll let me now. Yeah, I'm sorry I had that lag. I realized I adjusted my settings at the end of the last game because I had updated my game and I didn't even, there we go. And she is wild. That's awesome, Meadow. All right, so now that our kids are aged up, we're going to go into Cass, and then I guess it's more appropriate that we can talk then. Let's go ahead and. So if Ivory were to be our heir, we would have to change her trait, but I'm not going to change the traits until we know by the time they're like a teen. I'm going to give them all time to be teenagers roughly at the same time. I might pause their aging. So the twins cannot be the heir because there is no question who Rose's dad is because she has brown hair. And Rosie and Sunny are twins, so they know for a fact who their dad is. So really the only contenders will be Ivory, Meadow, and I'm going to say that the new little baby is going to know that it is the affair child and why the parents got divorced. I think that's the route we're going to go. So our heirs are either going to be Ivory or Meadow, and they're only about a year and a half apart, which I know Ivory just aged up. I know Ivory just aged up to a child and Meadow just aged up to an infant, but they're only about a year and a half apart, like 2 years max. So I know that seems silly, but just pretend she's like 5 and she is 2 or 3. Yeah. All right, so I think I might have autonomy off. No, I have it on full. Well, they are doing nothing. They're super boring. I like that Ivory is already such a studious little kid, but right now mom has to really power through. So this episode, we're going to be power throughing mom's thing right here. So let's talk to our children because you have a million children. You should already be socializing with them. And then can we sit together here? Oh, Marigold wants to change to cheerful. So I know she technically has to have a certain trait for the challenge, but I'm tempted to let her go to cheerful. And then when her life comes crashing down, whatever trait this took away will replace. So for now, we're going to let her be cheerful because do we get to keep more than one or let me see. Oh no, it didn't replace any of her traits. Yay! So she just has an added trait that she's cheerful and she's really happy. I mean, to be fair, how could she not be happy? She's getting away with everything. Ivory is so beautiful. I'm super excited. So at this point, dad has been away for a few months. Mom is going to give birth any day now. So she's just like nesting essentially and getting ready with the kids. So we need to read to a child for 2 hours. So let's read to Rex, Trex, to whatever child will listen. So if this looks familiar, it's because we're in an episode of The Twilight Zone. Just to check for giggles, let me even see, is a weird random sister there? Sandy Hilton, yeah, well, I had to go back and exit because my game froze. That was fun. So we're going to give this a try again. And like I said, we are powerhousing her skills today. So let me add the birthday candles and get Meadow actually aged up. Also, our sim ages are based off of it's based off of the Extreme Ultimate Decade Challenge. So everybody's ages are messed up. And I don't want to edit it because it'll mess up my Extreme Ultimate Decades challenge because I have it set to that. But that means we have like babies for like 12 days and toddlers for 18 days. And that's just not like what I'm doing. They slightly look different, but I like this better. Since Ivory was so studious literally from the moment of aging up, I kind of, when I redid her this time, I kind of gave her more of a Gilmore Girl vibe. So that is how I'm playing Ivory until we get to know her better. So like I said, it's between her and Meadow who will become the heir. So Marigold is telling Ivory just how much that she appreciates having her, you know, since her dad is gone. She has just been so helpful. And we're going to read to the girls and kind of just power through this aspiration this episode. And then I think she might be having her baby. She is in the second trimester. So there is a chance. Unfortunately, Marigold is having a little bit of a paranoid episode, but she is just pouring into her children and making sure that they grow up, you know, big and strong. Marigold wants to make sure that their minds are strong, the morals are strong. You know, while she may have been continuously slipping out of the house, she still has this weird sense of twisted morals, and she very much still holds her mother and father's living standards, the reality for her kids as well. She's teaching them to be like the perfect wife, the perfect mother, a good student, because Marigold was always a very good student. So, like mother, like daughter, except for all the secrets. We have to help our child with homework 3 times, have a child earn an A in high school. We're at a 2 out of 4. Oh my goodness. I was hoping we could power through it this episode. I've never done successful lineage. It looks like we need to probably max out a skill because she's already done her homework. I think a skill that might be easy. And she like, yes, practice speeches, practice debate, psych yourself up, practice dancing. We'll just have, who's calling Marigold? Nico. Oh, Nico is calling saying he's thinking about his wife. Oh, Ivory's off to school. Oh, Marigold's nursing her daughter, Rosie. So I guess she's just going to be doing some mom things until Ivory comes back, which is having a paranoid episode more and more frequently now that she's no longer on shifters. That's super sad. Oh, what's going on, Marigold? She is losing it, guys. Slowly losing it in this house with her kids. She feels very paranoid. She feels like she's being watched. And she is by her dad. We all know that. And now she has this like imaginary sister that, you know what? Should we play that into the paranoia that everybody knew Sandy existed except for Marigold? And then she like looks over and she's like, wait, when did I get this sister who is 7? I'm going to play that in because Sandy's existence is super weird. I don't know how she appeared. We were supposed to be having a baby brother. We still might be having a baby brother because she's supposed to be as pregnant as we are right now. So I think that might be actually fun to say that Marigold was so out of it and wrapped up in like everything going on in her life, having babies, on and off shifters, and the manipulation of that she didn't even know she had a sister that is a little bit younger than her niece and nephew. That's kind of funny. Teach this little one to stop. I don't even remember how to do any of this. Oh no, she doesn't yell. Tell not to make a mess. I feel like she'll just be like, you cannot do this in our house. We're not okay with that. You do not make messes. Love day is tomorrow. Now remember, this is Jace's baby in her belly, and Meadow is Jace's baby. So maybe he'll come over for Love Day and kind of like, maybe he'll come over for Love Day and introduce himself. And maybe that's where the seeds of like, wait, isn't my daddy Nico comes up and stuff like that, especially with Ivory, because Ivory's old enough now to be like, why is Uncle Jace here, like spending Valentine's Day with mom? So I think that is the route we're going to go. But she is just being a hands-on mommy right now and working on some milestones. I'll check in with you guys if anything interesting happens or when Ivory comes home. So Ivory spent most of recess running around trying to kiss some of the students. She didn't catch anybody, but the other students were running away. We're going to say that's too young for kisses. That's something to think about too, because our heir is supposed to not believe in love. So right now, Ivory is very much just like a good girl, loves love. But if she ends up being our heir, she'll have to definitely flip the switch on what her opinion of love is. So Helena is right outside and she is very much pretty pregnant as well. She's either about due right before us or right after us. So again, we as Marigold never knew about our surprise sister. We have no idea how she came to be. But now we know she exists, and maybe that is why Marigold has been freaking the heck out. Like she feels like someone's watching her. Her memories aren't lining up. She is freaking out. Maybe she's wondering what the long-term effect the shifters have had on her brain. What part of her reality is she even remembering? Maybe because she hasn't even seen Nico in a while, she's like, am I married to Nico? Are these kids Jace's kids? Is anything I think about my life even true? Like, I think she is hitting like ultimate crazy town. We need to feed this baby after we get her clean. All right, Ivory is gaining some skills. She just got home from school and she had some skill gain. Right now I have her practicing in the mirror. I do have reflections off just so I don't have any. All right, so Meadow hates bedtime, but she loves to be carried. But right now I have Ivory working on some skills for a little bit. Okay, so it is like 8 o'clock. She is practicing her speech. She's super confident, but I need her to do her schoolwork, and I'm going to have her mom help. She's really sad right now. She's having a mood swing. So she's going to go take care of whatever baby is in need, and then we're going to help Ivory with her homework. All right, so now that that's taken care of, we need to come and help her with her schoolwork. Who just knocked on our door? A vampire. Okay, well, good to know. That's nice. You're in the wrong. Yeah, her dad wanted to get a sample of a vampire blood, so that's really interesting. But he wanted it from a scientist, so we're going to ignore the vampire at our door. And I think I'm going to spend some talent points. All right, what do we have to do? Mentor our child 3 times. Oh, don't we have to master something to mentor? Oh my gosh. Have a child complete an aspiration? Oh my goodness. Have a grandchild reach top of a career. We're not even going to be able to finish a successful lineage if we don't come back in and play Marigold. Like, we're going to have to actively come back and play Marigold whenever we're playing. Oh my goodness. Maybe. I've never done this one. It's kind of annoying. Okay. So help with homework 3 times and have her max any skill. Oh my goodness, this mood sling. Maybe she's just like, my little girl's growing up so fast. She is so much like her mom. Oh my goodness. Awesome job. Great job. Yeah, probably need to go to bed. Everybody needs to go to bed. So it is officially love day, and I do feel like she is all dressed up and fully expecting to have Jace come over. I think he is. I think we're going to invite him over to kind of play. Maybe we tell him to tell our sister, like, oh, we need help with the kids since Nico is gone, and I forgot we could plan stayovers. Yeah, let's have him stay for 2 nights. My man is literally like, your husband's not home, say less. Oh my goodness, that is where her parents live. That is so creepy that they are so close. Yeah, he was literally like, I can be there first thing in the morning. No problem. So I definitely feel like Meadow might get really close to him because it is her dad. We're going to give him a resident key. Let's welcome Jace. He is dazed. That's fun. I don't know how much help he'll actually be then. Oh, we brought the daughter down and everything. We brought the daughter down. Oh, belly hug. Boom. We're setting the scene, guys. Let's watch it happen. Peeping in the dollhouse, watching what's going to happen. Okay. Ivory sneaks into the other room. No big deal, right? This is her house. This is her life. Here she comes. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Sharp. Go.
and I bet she looks over her shoulder and is like, why is he hugging?
Who's it?
Yeah. So, oh, she's like, this is weird. And she overhears them talking about um the baby
Yumba.
and how like I don't know. So this is just obviously very intimate. Like this is obviously an intimate hug that she caught her mom doing with her uncle, and it is her uncle. Well, by marriage because she actually doesn't. It's not her cousins. But yeah, so he is here and he's got to get to know his biological daughter. Stop doing push-ups, man. We're like trying to build relationships. All right, so it's almost Sunny's birthday, and I think we're also going to age up Meadow into a kid too. Hold up, how is it almost Sunny's birthday when Sunny and Rosie are twins? Okay, never mind. That's how it's almost Rosie's birthday too. All right, that means they must be aging up in like 2 days, but he looks like he might be on his way to hang out with little Meadow. Oh, Meadow's getting to know her. She's a little chunky buddy. Well, if she stinks, be a daddy and get her dressed. He's no Nico, guys. He is not intuitive. He was resistant to being a dad. Oh, oh, he looks like he was like he feels like he feels like he can just step in and do a good job. Oh, and he's drinking. Buy flowers for everyone in the class. Yeah, Ivory had a crummy love day. Whoa. He is literally drinking in here in the kids' room. Oh, he's up to no good. I am just like, it's just kind of crazy. Like he's literally drinking in here, kind of just playing house, doing whatever he wants. Oh, you don't even clean up after yourself. You're the worst. He's just probably a bad stayover guest, but I do think that they are going to woo. She's probably like, hey, like, how are you in Meadow? Do you like, isn't she so much like you? And he's like, yeah, she has my eyes, which let's check. Yeah, Meadow has his eye. Wait, his eyes are his eyes green? Oh crap, his eyes are green. Okay, well we're gonna have to change Meadow's eyes to green, which it's perfect anyways, because she was born with